where did I get this big bag of M&M pretzels?
Do I know you?
No. I'm still creepy, aren't I? That's a nickel. Aw, he's sleeping. What? Hey, what's going on?
Why are you tired?
Look, I'm tired. I've reviewed KO's and America figure. It's tiring. You try it someday.
That's no excuse. You haven't talked to me in months. In fact, the bird is starting to get worried about you. He's not here right now. He went to go get some toilet paper, though. But he's worried. He's definitely worried about you.
Look, there's nothing against you. It's just busy, busy.
Busy. Speaking of busy, you keep mentioning these Combiner Wars thing that you keep putting them in the review, but you won't ever review them. You keep saying, we're waiting for it. What are you waiting for?
I have a legitimate reason, but I'm not yet ready to tell it. Unless you got some secrets, no.
Oh, well, whatever. Since you're not going to review any more Combiner Wars figures, whatever, I guess I'll have fun with this one.
Oh my god. Is that Leader Class Ultra Magnus? Can I have it for a minute so I can review / play with it / have sex with it?
No, if you don't want to review Combiner Wars figures, then no, you can't have it. I must say, it's pretty fun.
Oh, come on! Look, I didn't mean it. I was just joking, okay? Look, see, I'm on the couch for you so you can work on the Secret Transformer show. Please, just let me have it. I want it.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
Fine. Here.
Yay! So today, guys, we're going to be reviewing Combiner Wars Leader Class Ultra Magnus. So, let's get on to the review.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Before we tack on Ultra Magnus, I'd just like to briefly go over his little buddy that goes with him, Minimus Ambus. So, Minimus Ambus is apparently an IDW character. He transforms in a really small car, and this is smaller than probably, well, not as small, but not smaller. He's slightly bigger than a Micro Machine. I don't have any with me. That was the 80s. Do you think I kept them? I wish I did. So, he does have a transformation. He transforms really quick. And I do mean really quick. Except for here. This is where I think he's slightly tricky with this part. There we go. There we go. So, yeah. Little Minimus Ambus. He has a little beard and red eyes, a green mustache, some green parts, some more greens or some black. He has a ball-jointed arm with little holes in them. ball jointed leg with a knee bend. So yeah, even though for being a little guy about the size of my thumb, he's got some articulation that is better than most KO toys. So yeah, apparently in the Takara version, they're painting him to be Alpha Trion, which makes no sense given what this character does, which I will go over later. So until such, let's go on tackling to the vehicle mode of Ultra Magnus. Yay. And there we have Magnus in truck trailer mode. You know, a truck mode. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This is probably one of my favorite figures of recent. I have no idea why. I guess it's just because how it looks. I honestly think this figure is up there with Springer, Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. I don't know why. Just really pretty damn good toy. Even though I've heard a lot of faults with it. In fact, I will cover some over in this video. But, damn. Magnus is pretty damn cool. So in truck mode, there's not a lot to cover about. I mean, he's indeed a truck. I would show you that he is about as smaller than the Combiner Wars Optimus Prime, but I've left him at home. Whoops. So yeah, slightly smaller than that. He's probably, he's probably a deluxe truck size. But, you know, that's just that. He does that. Yeah, so yeah, he does go all the way around, which is pretty cool. There's not a lot of molding on the truck. I mean, like, it's a truck. Though, there's one thing I'm worried about. How big is this truck? I mean, there's a stepladder and a small door. I am slightly, not even slightly, I am terrified. How big is Ultra Magnus? Jesus, I'm scared. And then comes the trailer. Same thing right there. I am terrified. I think spooky, scary skeletons have something to do with this.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight.
There's a lot of interesting molding to Ultra Magnus, despite the fact that it's not all even there, paint-wise. I mean, like, oh, hey, look, there's some stuff in red. Oh, look, blue things. Hey, that's in blue. Red. Yeah, I mean, like, it's interesting they put all this detail into it and don't really, you know, put much focus into it. I find that strange, but whatever. Money's an issue, I understand. I don't know why, that's just fun. Of course, with an Ultra Magnus, that is a truck, he can, of course, put other things in his truck. There goes my Pepsi. Well, whatever. You can put a Combiner Wars Deluxe in there. I've seen people put Robots in Disguise 2015 Sideswipe in there. It works fine. They're not really... This is actually a bit too big for it to be in here. I mean, like I said, how the hell does that even work? But, yeah, he can fit in there. And also, you can take down the top. Granted, you gotta use your imagination, because that's just a giant gap issue right there. You can, of course, put them up there. Get in there, and get in there. So, yeah. No, don't do this now to me. Don't make me look stupid. That's my job. So, yeah, right down, yeah. Get out of here. Not time for your review yet. You'll get it one day. Magnus comes with guns. That's not all. He comes with them and you can store them on here. Like you can store these rocket things on the sides. So there's that. You can get this and plug it there. On the other side, you can plug this here. So yeah, he's a truck, but he is lethal. Look how pissed off he is. So let's go on to the transformation of Ultra Magnus. Yay.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Here we have Ultra Magnus in his robot mode, and good lord, that is beautiful. I'll say it again. This is probably one of my new favorite figures of recent, like, last few years. I honestly think he's that great. I don't know why. Literally, he's an all-around okay figure, but, well, not an okay figure, he's a pretty good figure, but he's not, like, fantastic. But I don't know why, but I just love the living hell out of him. It's kind of weird. For articulation, Ultra Magnus has a lot. He has a swivel up here. He doesn't really have much on the looking up because, oh no, there goes his head. He does have a full 360 there. He does go out this far. Yeah, there's a swivel there. Ratchet there. No wrist articulation. This is where I think this figure really is, where the figure really has a big problem. He doesn't have any wrist articulation, but he does have this. So that's a thing. He has no waist, which kind of sucks. He goes out this far. This is supposed to be on a ratchet. At this point, it's just loose. It goes all the way, well... Okay, I guess you're just scraping it at that point. He goes all this way. He barely goes all the way back. Swivel there. Nice ratchet there. His feet are in this thing right here. And the bar in the behind make it do whatever it wants. So, Ultra Magnus has quite a good amount of posability, but not the best kind. Remember Minimus Ambus earlier? Well, guess what? He can be used in robot mode. Apparently in the IDW line, Ultra Magnus died a long time ago, and Minimus takes over. Well, is one of the people who takes over Ultra Magnus. I know that's kind of weird. If you never read the comics, it was weird to me when I read it. Anyway, so, how to put Minimus inside Ultra Magnus? I need to rephrase that. You open it up here, you lift up his head, and you open these two here. And now this is where I think it's really interesting how much detail they put inside this thing when you don't rarely even see it, unless you're putting Minimus in. It's got some nice little brakes and such. There's like whole control. There's even joysticks. There's all this kind of stuff. I am thoroughly impressed. There's even like little levers and such in here. Like I said, thoroughly impressed about this. You put Minimus in, like you're gonna sit him down for a tea party, and then you gotta finagle him in, have him sit down, and yes, it does matter how well he does sit in this chair because it will affect the robot somewhat. It will affect Ultra Magnus somewhat. So then you close that up, and that doesn't do much but fill in that gap up there. So there's that. Paint-wise, Ultra Magnus is exactly what you think when Ultra Magnus. Red, white, blue, all that not stuff. Some lemons there. You know, basic things. Of course, Ultra Magnus would have weapons. This is another fault I have with these, this. Well, of course, here's the missile pods. You put the missile pods up here. Yeah, there we go. And that gives you the old classic G1 Ultra Magnus. He has two guns that unfortunately are not that great. Like I mentioned before, these do hold in. These, there's not really much in their wrist. They can hold guns. Most people have a problem with holding the guns. In fact, this one's pretty good. Doesn't do much. Yeah. This gun, on the other hand, is a doozy. Of course, now on camera it works. Most of the time, a lot of people have had a lot of trouble, like, getting these to stay in, or without even moving it, sometimes it would just fall out. So, I'm surprised, actually, that this is staying in so well. But whatever. He does have gun storage if you don't want to have him hold the guns there on each leg from the trailer. So, Magnus has that. Of course, what is a Magnus without his hammer? G1 Magnus, but that is beside the point. The point is, you can make a hammer out of all the guns and accessories with old Ultra Magnus here. You plug in these two guns. You will plug in the missile pods. And look, hammer. This is a load of barnacles because it's so dumb. Okay, here's another problem I have with this figure. I want you to look how well it what he looks like when he holds it. Now, ignore the fact that that just drooped. Do you hold hammers like that? Do you hold hammers like that? No, you do not. Just stupid. That is another problem with this figure. He doesn't really stand that well. I'll get him later. For size comparison, here he is with the only really Ultra Magnuses that I own. The Prime one, the Beast Hunters version, which is the screen accurate one, and then the Voyager from the first wave of Prime, which I honestly think is a better figure than this. But who cares? That's the main guy. This is my definitive Magnus now. Hey, look, he stood. Oh. Yay. So let's go on over to the overall review on this beautiful, beautiful figure, yet with problems.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
So overall, would I highly recommend Leader Class Ultra Magnus? But of course, I have no idea why I love it so much, but it is just a beautiful figure to me. It literally, and I've mentioned it so many times, it is probably one of my new favorite Transformers of recent. I don't know why. Like, it's not really that great of a quality, like Springer quality or Evasion Mode Optimus Prime quality, but something about it just really sticks with me. There's some interesting things. It's got some fun. It's got Minimus Ambus in the thing. It is literally probably one of the best figures in existence of current. So there's that. So, anyway, I'm the Merican reviewer, and back to go to sleep.